Now, if you see this A union B of these two sets, okay, now we can just uh, perform the union operation. X1 of 0.8, X2 of 0.7, and X3 of 1. Okay, so A union B means what? It is going to give us actually the maximum values of these two. Union means what? Maximum. Maximum means in a x1, for the set A, x1 is having a value zero point 0.5. For set B, x1 is having value zero point 0.8. Among these two, which is the maximum value? It is zero point 0.8. So we'll be getting zero point 0.8 here. And similarly, for x2, this is 0.7, 0.2. 0.7 is greater than 0.2, so we get 0.7. X3 is normally going to be in these two. What is the greater now? X3 comma 1. This is the greater. We normally going to have this. So mu of x1 A union B we can write as max of mu A of x1 mu B of x1 I can write, and I can just simply say it as max of zero point 0.5 and zero point 0.8. So here the maximum value, that means in x1, if you see carefully, so this is nothing but A union B. Okay, so among this 0.5, now we are looking for only x1 now. Among this set A and set B x1 values, which is maximum? This is 0.5, 0.8. Max of 0.5 and zero point 0.8 is zero point 0.8. So the member function A union B of x1, only if you take it for element x1, the maximum value. Among these two, the maximum value is going to be simply something like this. So this is nothing but A union B is nothing but an event which is going to join these two, and after joining, whichever is going to have the maximum value, that maximum value is normally going to be the member function in this particular A union B. And if really wanted to get a member function of that, then still from that we can just simply going to get member function for x1 element. So we'll be looking it only for x1 element here. That means we are doing it separately. One is for just A union B, and for A union B, what is the member function for x1? So therefore we'll be getting 0.8. Similarly for x2, if you look into x2, in x2 zero point 0.7 is greater, so x2 of B is 0.2, x2 of zero point 0.7 is A. Similarly, x3 of 1 is B, x3 of 0 is A. Now we will write it like this. Okay, so like this, we normally going to get the maximum values for A union B. And next value is going to be what now? Let us look into next functionality called intersection. A intersection B. Intersection means simply minimum value. So A intersection B, we normally going to have it over here. So x1, among this x1, which is minimum 0.5. This x2 minimum is 0.2. This x3 minimum is equal to 0. So x3 comma 0. So this is the A intersection B event which we can have on this particular fuzzy set. And next A intersection B member function for x1 only. In x1 only, what is the minimum value? It is 0.5. So we can write it for among 0.5 and 0.8, which is the minimum value. It should be 0.5. So this is wrongly printed here. It should be minimum of 0.5 and 0.8 for intersection B, A intersection B. Similarly for x2, what is the minimum? 0.2. We'll be getting 0.2 mu A intersection B of x3. In this x3, among A and B, x3 is the minimum. So x3 is going to take the minimum value. Next one is fuzzy set operations we can have. What are the various fuzzy set operations that we can have here? So fuzzy set operations means what we can have here. Next operation is going to be something like complement. So if A is going to be a set of having values x1 0.5, x2 0.7, and x3 is taking values as 0, then complement of this is nothing but what? Complement of is nothing but 1 minus zero point 0.5. Okay, is going to be 0.5. 1 minus zero point 0.7 is 0.3. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. So these are the complement values of this particular set. And next one is going to be mu A of x1 only. So that means I want a complement of only x1 element. So 1 minus zero point 0.5 I can write. That means what? This is nothing but the set representation for the entire A element. And this is for set representation for x1 element only. So like this, x2 element set representation is going to be 1 minus 0.7, 0.3, and the set representation of member function for a complement mu A of x3 is equal to what? 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. So this is what the basic complement operation which we can simply have. And there are two statements which we can make from in this particular fuzzy set. One is going to be core set and a supportive set. So supportive set is a set of all points x. Small x means values finally what we get in capital X. That means which are the required values. Among the many values we'll be getting some values such that this x is going to give a value for a function mu of x greater than 0. This is what called a support. That means what when you apply some member function to the values, that should lead to a value which is greater than 0. Then it is going to be a supportive function. Okay. And if the value is going to become if the set is going to become a core set of all values of x in capital X in such a manner that small x is always going to take mu of x is equal to 1, which is what called core of A. So fuzzy set whose support is a single point in X with mu of X is equal to 1 is called fuzzy singleton. Okay. So that means here if the value of this function is equal to 1, it is purely core function, core set A, then that is called as a fuzzy singleton function. Now, this is what the representation pictorially of this previous discussion. That means whichever is greater than 0, that means if it is greater than 0, it is going to be a supportive set. Okay, this set is going to be a supportive set ranging from this lower boundary to core. Is a supportive set. Okay, to core, and this is going to be the core set A. So like this, we define the supportive set and a core set for us. Okay, so like this, we can define two overall sets here in these particular functionalities. Okay, so these are the basic operations of the fuzzy set. In the next class, we'll discuss the other topics in this session. Thank you very much for the today's session.